So, interesting set of coincidences. Jaime getting the beetle. And Mr. Bad Guy is revealed to be another beetle. Dun dun dun. I was actually wondering if they're going to make Beetle Reach Tech. Fun story, I don't actually recognize the name The Reach from DC, so I'm probably just an idiot and don't remember that. So, the Reach is studying the metagene. Oh, I wonder why. I mean, obviously there's some benefits to that, and as Calder mentions, the idea of weaponizing it is certainly on the table. It's just, why go after that in particular? They do distinguish between metas, that is to say, between supers, between magic, and between skill, so that's nice that they're keeping the distinction there. There's this nice bit, Nightwing and, or actually no, I think that's Drake actually, and Barbara are infiltrating. I'm like, why should we trust you? And they get cut off as Bumblebee flies into his pockets. Like, yeah, okay, never mind. So they get to the point where Nightwing calls the escape, even though they're not sure where Beetle is and they're not sure what's going on. Makes sense. It's the right call. They do need to get them all out after all. Infiltration, discovery, and of course rescue was the goal, not defeat, as in defeating the enemy. And Impulse goes after Beetle. Now this is interesting to me because I thought they made it pretty clear the whole point was he was trying to stop or save the Flash, and that would change the future. But instead, he's apparently after Beetle now, and always has been. Interesting. I suppose that does actually help one thing make a little bit more sense. If you'll notice, future Flash has been going out of his way to try and connect with Jaime several times now, so it's not exactly like it comes out of nowhere. And it makes sense now that we see that the Blue Beetle is basically the Reach's way of trying to infiltrate and take over the planet. Although I'm curious why this tech is so amazingly super that it bypasses everything else. I mean, is this Apocalypse level tech? I don't know. Even that probably wouldn't be able to accomplish that, so I don't know. Anyways, we'll see how that goes forward, because now we see plot lines start to collide. In fact, we have 4 major plot lines colliding here. First is Beetle, just by himself. His story arc has been doing its own thing, really. We see that colliding with Impulse and his future thing. Now we see 2 other plot lines which are colliding, and this is the one that's actually interesting to me. One of those is Megan's character arc, the anti-hero thing I pointed out, the brutality thing I pointed out, and that collides directly with the infiltration plot. And she... Basically, I do like the fact that it effectively traumatizes her to have mentally attacked someone who is innocent. Also confirming for us 100%, by the way, that he is in fact a double agent, not a triple agent. So that's cute. I do like how much it affects her, though. If she was too far gone, if she was legitimately a horrible person, this wouldn't bother her. She'd just be like, you should have just told me. It's just another casualty. Instead, she is like, my God, what have I done? I thought you deserved it. I thought he deserved it. I thought he killed you. After all, it's okay to do whatever you have to the bad guys. See, the problem is she's not actually thinking in terms of gray still. She is still thinking in terms of black and white. And I think that's something she's going to have to overcome, or else descend to actually become a Nakaldor, if you follow me. So we get to see how high tier a Beetle can be, as Black Beetle, which is just kind of named on the fly, decides to and succeeds at taking on most of the team at once. It makes a degree of sense. He can morph his suit on the fly. He can produce weaponry that can do electricity and sonic attacks, and of course just general energy generation, and he can reprogram things more or less at will, at least on his own ship. Nice stuff, nice stuff. He's also very durable and very strong. Although I do wonder, why is Shimmer helping the bad guys here? Like, I know that sounds like a weird question, but she was being held in the pods and to be experimented on just like everyone else. Why is she... Whatever, we'll get there. So, of course, the big battle between Blue Beetle and Black Beetle boils down to a beam-off, because these things always end in a beam-off for some reason. But I do like the fact that Blue Beetle takes over full tilt and can't actually go up against Black, which makes sense. It's not until Jaime takes control back and starts redirecting his goal from defeat to delay that he starts to succeed. Because remember, Blue this whole time has been thinking in terms of absolute destroy, annihilate, this is an obstacle, it must be annihilated. So about the cost of that carrot. Remember me talking about that? So we did it. All this work, all this effort, all this sacrifice, and we found out that there's this group called the Reach, and they're invading, and they're at the UN. Huh. Now, in fairness, it's probable that their plans were pushed in this direction specifically because of the interaction of the heroes. But I do have to say, this seems like a pretty expensive carrot to me so far. And they haven't gotten Kaldur out yet, so they're not done costing yet. So I guess we'll see how much more expensive this carrot gets next time.